Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the October scent and warmer of the month. So this is very exciting. I'm very excited about this warmer in particular, but we also want to talk about the scent together. So the scent of the month is where we'll start, and I have my bag of scent of the month bars. So let's talk about what we have here. So the scent is called Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. It is a bakery category scent. And it is described as warm cloves, comfort, cozy pumpkin with a drizzle of sweet maple syrup. So based on the scent notes, it kind of sounds like it's going to be a pumpkin spice sort of scent with a sweet maple glaze of sorts. I don't know if you've been to my channel before. I'm not a big fan of maple, and pumpkin is like I could take it or leave it. Clove I don't mind, and I actually am happy that there's more like, it's not just cinnamon, because I was like, oh, of course, it's going to be cinnamon again. That doesn't mean it's not going to have cinnamon in it. It just means that that's not one of the predominant notes. So let's look at our top notes. We have top notes of juicy pineapple in a pumpkin scent, spicy cinnamon, okay, great, warm clove, and maraschino cherry. So those are kind of interesting. I'm interested to see how pineapple and cherry are going to fit into a pumpkin drizzle. Mid notes are pumpkin pulp, go figure, and sweet maple syrup. All right, so it's going to be there, it's going to be present. It's not going to be like the lingering part of the scent, but it's definitely going to be a good chunk of it. And then base notes are vanilla bean, creamy butter, and whipped cream. So we have a very sort of sweet, cloying bakery sort of bottom to this scent. All right, so let's take a look and see what we've got. All right, so this is our bar, nice and orange, same color wax. This is not really what I was expecting this to smell like, in a good way. Okay, let's smell the bottom. Oh, I do get the cherry. And a little bit of the pineapple. That's so interesting. I don't hate it though. I don't know what I was expecting out of this, but I'm not like upset about it. Interesting. Okay, so let's go through these scent notes and talk about what I find and what I don't and all that sort of stuff. Okay. So we have juicy pineapple. Yes, I get that. It's a soft sort of like nod on the I would call it more of a background note than like a forerunner. You do sense it if you're looking for it, but if I didn't know that there was pineapple in here, I don't necessarily think I'd go out of my way and be like, oh my gosh, I smell pineapples. It just kind of lightens the otherwise probably heaviness that this scent would have. All right, spicy cinnamon, I do get that. It's not, I like bakery cinnamon. If I'm gonna do cinnamon, which I generally am not a fan of, I like the sweet bakery cinnamon. I don't like spicy. I don't like the red hot cinnamon bear sort of smell or the big red smell. This is more of the spicy cinnamon, so I'm not wild about that. However, it's not like just overwhelmingly through the scent like most cinnamony sort of scents would be. So we'll see how much that pops out when it's warming. It is a top note though, so hopefully it'll be one where it shows up and then kind of wanders off and we never hear from it again. Warm clove, which is also in the top notes, interestingly. I do get the clove. I don't mind the clove. It is a warm, nice, cozy clove scent. Nothing necessarily atypical for clove. And I do smell the maraschino cherry. I did point that out. Again, it's not like if I wasn't hunting for it, I don't know that I'd necessarily be like, oh my gosh, there's a weird maraschino cherry note to this. But if I'm looking for it, I do get the cherry, more so than the pineapple. And it brings like a sweet sort of berry quality to this that again lightens the upper end of it, because otherwise this is a very heavy scent. I mean, you have pumpkin and you have maple and you have spices. And then you have like butter and vanilla bottom notes. All right, speaking of the pumpkin and the maple, I do get pumpkin. I do get maple, but do I get maple? The maple is tempered a little bit, so it kind of gives me more of a like baked goods rather than necessarily just straight up syrup scent. So this is less cloying and more rich bakery gourmand sort of scent. Especially because then you can start, once you start smelling the maple and the pumpkin, it ties in with the bottom notes of the vanilla bean and the butter and the, I don't know if I get whipped cream. I guess that gives like it a more lighter, airy bottom scent to it. But I do get a buttery note. I do get like that vanilla butter kind of combo. This reminds me of a heavier, more maple version of Cozy Vanilla or Cozy Pumpkin and Vanilla. I think that's what it's called, from our fall collection, harvest collection. It has similar scent nods, but this is more of the spice variant, whereas that one, which I actually really like, is very much like a cozy sort of feeling vibes, pumpkin and vanilla kind of quality. I know I'm just using the names of it, but you do get like that soft vanilla tempering I don't know how to describe it, a cozy blanket meets a pumpkin meets vanilla. That's a really good scent. This is kind of like that on the pumpkin side of it and the vanilla side of it. And then it starts varying when you have more of the spice. You have the warm clove and cinnamon in this. You have more of that maple tone. But it's definitely a rich scent. So I don't know how strong this is going to be when it performs. It smells like it'll be a medium performer. It doesn't necessarily smell like it's going to like smack you in the face, which would be good. But I'm curious to know how much of that vanilla butter gourmand kind of quality comes out of it, how much spice actually comes out of it. I don't think on warm you're really going to get pineapple or cherry out of it. I'm just going to be honest. It's interesting, but I think those are just there to, like I said, balance out the top side of it. So that's a very interesting scent that'll be available starting October 1st. Let's get into the warmer though. That's more exciting at the moment. So the warmer is called a Tiger's Eye Pumpkin. And as you know, Scentsy does pumpkins really well, so I'm curious to see how this one goes. So this is described as the most mystical pumpkin in the patch. This hand-blown glass warmer radiates a warm, cozy glow with an edge. Removable decorative glass lid gives that just picked feel. So this is an 8-inch tall warmer. It's a pretty big warmer. And it is a 25-watt warmer. So a lot of our other, if not all of our other pumpkin warmers that have been glass, including the current one in our Harvest collection, are all 20-watt warmers, which isn't a bad thing, because they do seem to perform and throw and melt wax just fine. However, if you prefer 25 watts or higher, this may be the warmer for you. So sneak peek, this is the box. Okay. And of course, I didn't put my extension cord right next to me, so I'll have to go and dive for that. So we'll do that in a second. Ooh. All right, so first thing, already I can tell something different. We do have the signature pumpkin lid. However, look at this glass dish. It's orange. And it is the same sort of standard glass dish that we see a lot of times with our other ones. It's clear. Has a 4 in the bottom, meaning that we don't want to put more than 4 cubes of Scentsy wax in here. Again, if you're warming other types of wax, just be mindful of the size of your wax cubes relative to ours and the dish. That's really cool. I wasn't expecting an orange dish there. We have our 25-watt bulb. Oh, this is pretty. All right. Oh. So it is a really nice dark glass. And if you're familiar with our current catalog, we have an Edison warmer called, I think it's Tiger's Eye or something like that. Similar sort of glass situation happening here. Now, if I had to guess Mine has little like air bubble things in there, so I don't know if that's supposed to be in there or that's just part of it. But usually when you have something like this design, what's happening is they have glass beads or black glass beads that they kind of melt, and that gives that like sort of smudged look. Is not just out of nowhere that it happens. That's really pretty. I wish I had the other warmers next to me. It feels like it's similar in size to our Harvest Collection warmer, the whatever it's called, pumpkin, that's out right now. It feels similar in size, but I think the reason why they were able to do a 25 watt for this one is because they don't have the mercury glass coating on it. And a lot of times I've noticed that our warmers with that sort of like mercury glass kind of finish tend to be a lower wattage, like 20 watts, sometimes even 15. Okay, so let me go grab my extension cord from over there, since I was silly and did not decide to put it in my reach. And let's put our bulb in first, and then we will light it up. And then we will go through all the colored bulbs with this. I don't know that all of them are going to be like the best vibe with this particular one, because it is a colored glass to begin with. But we're gonna try it anyway and see what happens, because that's what we do. All right, so bulb. That's in. Oh, and I know where I'm going to be putting this warmer with my fall stuff. All right, where is my extension cord is the better question. Survey says, haha. Oop. And then, of course, I unplug that. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Just a mess today. All right. Put this in, and we'll put our dish. It's interesting that the dish is orange on top of this warmer. It kind of blends in nicely. So, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I was not expecting it to look like that. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. That's very pretty. It gives that sort of amber orangey glow. It's almost like an antique orange glow. And as you can see, it kind of radiates through the top as well. And it's pretty uniform all the way around. So very, very pretty warmer we got here. I really like that. I think it looks stunning in the clear bulb. Sometimes it's like, ooh, the clear bulb's nice, but ooh, look at all these other colored bulbs. This one, I actually really like it in the clear bulb. Now it looks like the glass, the amber or orange glass to it, is going to kind of augment whatever color we put in there, but we're gonna go through them all anyways and see what happens. So let's do the red next. Ho, 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 ho. That's pretty. I really enjoy that. It gives it more of that crimson look. Crimson. That's really pretty. So you could put that up, and that could be like late harvest. Or like it reminds me of kind of like the changing leaves colors. Because we get a lot of orange in fall. You know, it's a very typical fall scent. But we forget about like reds and yellows sometimes, and the golds, and even like some of the deeper greens, like the sage greens, and purples for fall. So, you know, we started to kind of like leave greens and purples for Halloween, but they are very much a fall autumnal color too. Here we are with the orange bulb. So I'm just going to be honest with you. It does look orange, but it doesn't look very much different from the clear bulb because the glass itself is orange. So if you're getting this pumpkin and you're like, oh, I should get an orange bulb for it, save your $2 or $3 because you're really not going to see much of a difference. It's very pretty, but it's basically the same as the clear bulb. Which I kind of expected after seeing the clear bulb, but just to be mindful, because I do orange bulbs for a lot of my warmers in the fall, and this one is not one where you need to go and get one for it. All right, let's see what green looks like. This is going to be interesting. So this definitely gives you Halloween vibes. If you were to put the green bulb in, it kind of gives it an eerie glow, because you still also get, I'm not sure how well you can pick it up on the camera, but you still get that orange and black sort of coloring of the glass, and then you have the green bulb kind of like eerily creeping through there. It's very Halloween. Not like super in love with that color, but it would definitely work if you wanted to do something more spooky. Next, we'll do the blue, and I might have to turn off my ring light for this. We'll see. All right, that should be in here. And the blue bulb, here we go. So this is very dim. You're barely gonna see it. I don't know how much you can see it on the camera, to be honest. It gives it a tinge of blue because this is a clear glass for the most part. You will see the bulb in all these scenarios, but it's really not gonna give you anything in terms of lighting. But if you wanted it as a nightlight or something, maybe you'd pick this one. I would just go with a purple bulb at this point because it would look better with the orange and black theme. But again, I think this warmer just in general is very dim. Like, even with the clear bulb, it's a dim warmer, so you may not really need to do much. So here's the purple bulb. And yeah, I don't think you can even see it on the camera. Let me turn off my ring light and maybe you'll get a better view of this. Just barely. Like, it's there. You can sense that it's there. You can see it because it's a clear glass, but in terms of ambient lighting, you're not going to get diddly from this. So again, it would be great for a bedroom or somewhere where you don't want a lot of light, but it's not going to do anything for you. I'm just going to put it out there if you want it. And I love the purple bulb. I wish they would create, as I'm off camera, I wish they would create another purple bulb that is brighter. Not like a light purple, but one that isn't such a heavy, deep coat that it doesn't actually project any light, and have like both options, because I do like our current purple bulb. I just wish we had one that was also very bright. So here's back with the clear. As you can see, it gives that kind of almost Edison vintage vibe and aesthetic. And yes, you do get more orange out of the orange bulb, but I think there's ample enough orange-ish tone with this that I would save myself the hassle, unless you really don't like this sort of like Edison color tone. So that's this warmer. I adore it. I'm glad it's a 25 watt. That makes me the most excited. And this is going to be during the month of October, $54 US. And if it is still available after October, it will be going up to $60 US. This is a beautiful warmer. And it's really unique. I think I will say I have kind of pared and pruned my fall warmers over the years. And I will say that I tend to gravitate towards the pumpkin warmers a lot more than the more novelty-esque warmers. I do have a couple here and there, but the reality that I find is that Scentsy does pumpkins really well. And I think pumpkin warmers, regardless if you find them for other brands, I think the cool thing about pumpkins is that they can last from the beginning of the fall season through the holidays. Like, you could even go through Christmas if you changed out and did like green or whatever bulbs or red bulbs in some of them, and they just kind of go through the whole holiday season. But you can keep them at least from late August through November without having to change them out, which is what I love, versus necessarily a Halloween specific warmer where it's kind of limited. I mean, I guess you could put it out year round. There's no hard and fast rule, but if you're going seasonally, it's a little harder to justify some of the more distinctively like Halloween warmers around like the entire fall season. Anyways, so that is our pumpkin warmer. This is called, what is this called again? The Tiger's Eye Pumpkin, duh. This will be available starting October 1st. And I would suggest you grab one because this is really pretty. And this is the first time that I remember that we've done a gorgeous pumpkin warmer that's been a 25 watt. So Very excited about that. Anyways, I hope this video was really helpful for you. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in our next video. Take care. Bye.